YouTube, Tone, back with another one for you. So this document here is another version of the truth affidavit. The one I did yesterday was more if you were to get pulled over or something like that, different areas and topics to touch on in your affidavit of truth for a situation like that while you're traveling in your automobile, not operating in commerce, and it made declare what do you call it? Different differences, I guess you could say, between the two, between operating in commerce and traveling. You know what I mean? It's a big difference. And these people will try to play games and be like, "Oh, look at him twisting words," but these motherfuckers are changing words in the dictionary, and you're just trying to you're just trying to figure this shit out. You know what I mean? They try to make you look like the fucking asshole, though. Ridiculous. So look, this document here, truth affidavit, and the nature of supplemental rules for the administrative and maritime claim rules C6. I, Jack Rabbit Patriot, Surrey jury, which just means in your natural person, your natural authority, by special visit and not general appearance, right? Because you're gonna make a special appearance, special visits anytime you go there. This document counts as a appearance, right? You don't physically have to go there. Your document does it for you. Court is all paperwork. Anytime you ever go into court, these people are looking for paperwork. They're like, "Oh, do you have the docket number? Do you have the whatever it may be?" It's all gonna be paper. Nothing is gonna happen unless there's fucking paper inside that courtroom. Court is paper. It doesn't even fucking exist. It only exists on paper, right? Because you can never speak to the court. The court can never stand and raise his hand and testify. You can't. There's people representing the court, but it isn't really a thing. So, by special visit and not in general appearance, you're agent for. So you're speaking in third person for, representing your all capital letter name. With this power of attorney in fact to represent Jack R. Patriot in all caps, in all commercial affairs, I am of legal age, am competent for stating the matters set forth herewith, have personal knowledge about the facts stated herein, have full subject matter jurisdiction over the below regarding everything stated in the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalty of perjury. There will be no third parties allowed to speak at all. So, and when we go down these different numbers here listed in the truth affidavit, you're going to see that it makes it clear that nobody has subject matter jurisdiction because nobody was there, right? This is a bunch of third party collectors hoping that you don't realize that they have no jurisdiction and they have no bearing in any of this matter whatsoever, because ultimately it's going to be against you and whoever's making the claim initially. So that would be the police officer, right? Or whatever agent that you came into contact with that was representing a corporation, that was the face of a corporation, right? So a lawful contract has one, offer, consideration, acceptance by all parties for the contract, and the signatures by all parties involved with the contract. Only the parties signing the contract can participate in the discussion of the contract. Full disclosure about the contract is imperative, right? And so this is all going to be done under the penalty of perjury. So nobody's going to be allowed to speak unless they're willing to testify to the fact under the penalty of perjury that everything that they're stating and coming out of their mouth is 100% true. They can't do that because they were not there. Therefore, they're not allowed to fucking speak, right? That's how that works. So, regarding order of contract dated 3/27/202, docket number XYZ from Linda Spooks, DBA, all capital letter name. That's gonna, because they're all operating under a doing business as, right? So, for the clerk of the Justice of the Peace, City of Dallas, State of Texas. Number one, fact. This affidavit is not a motion or exhibit. Fact number two, this affidavit challenges subject matter jurisdiction in the above regarding whatever it may be. Number three, fact. The chief court clerk has no subject matter jurisdiction. They don't, because they weren't even there. They don't know what the fuck that they're even talking about. They're just hoping that you don't realize that they're trying to jack your estate. So, I mean, that's all it is, to be 100% real. So, fact, I, Jack Rabbit Patriot, agent for Jack R. Patriot, am not a created entity, a corporation, a British subject, right? A subject of the British Isles, a citizen of England, a British Commonwealth subject, a citizen of the United States in all caps, corporation, a citizen of America, nor a resident of any land, right? Resident is a commercial term. We domicile and we inhabit, We don't reside anywhere because we're not conducting business. The bar membership, British Accreditation Registry or Regency, either or. What does that law have to do with America at all? It doesn't, right? Nobody even knows what the bar membership is. It's a British Crown fucking law that they're trying to bring into America, right? These people are illegally occupying at that, illegally occupying territory and trying to bring their British Crown laws into America on the land by docking their vessel, which they parade as a courthouse, which is not. And then they just hope that you don't really catch the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So this document here is putting them in a position where they have to answer all of these facts, and these are all facts. If you want facts, this is them. So right here, fact 5: a Jackrabbit agent for, and so you're basically speaking on behalf of the all capital letter name trust. And I am a child of the Creator Yahweh here, which is essentially the ether. I did a video on what the Elohim is, and Yahweh and all that. So the King of Yahshua, and therefore my citizenship is in heaven. While a sojourner on this earth, I am an inhabitant of the land, commonly known as Texas, a republic. Fact: my father Yahweh created all land and owns all land. Fact: the United Nations, United States, State of Texas, all caps, and County of Dallas have deceptively established themselves as holders on the land. Fact: I, Jack Rabbit Patriot, agent for Jack R. Patriot, am a child in Yahshua, and my father is sovereign who created the land. I also am a sovereign. Fact: my right of claim on my land has been verified by my father's word, Leviticus 25:32-24, and UCC 1 recording with the Secretary of State of Texas and the recording of the county. Right? So you want to go ahead and definitely get your UCC in. You want to have the primary claim, first in line, first in time, and these people are gonna have to pay you whatever you leaned your all capital letter name with before they can even try to jack the money out of the freaking estate. So after you get the UCC in and all that, you're gonna want to notify the Secretary of State and also the Treasury Department that you hold claim to it, and that anybody trying to make any claims against it is fraudulent in nature, and then so that way you can move forward with criminal charges and things like that. So fact: no corporation can lay claim to my land. Fact: no corporate entity can trespass against me or commit a trespass upon my land. Fact: the only claim superior to mine is a prior claim to the land. Fact: Linda Spooks, DBA, the all capital letter name, which is going to be the prosecutor and or judge, whoever claims to have a claim in this claim, does not have a superior claim to my land. Facts: I, Jack Rabbit Patriot, agent for all capitals, am not bound by corporate codes, rules, regulations, statutes, and procedures as these pertain only to the corporations for which they are written. Facts: my birth certificate for the fiction, the all caps, is claimed on the UCC 1 by secured party, and that's going to be in your all caps. Number 16. Fact: I, Jack Rabbit Patriot, agent for my all capital letter name, hereby reject and return unsigned the notice dated, whatever the date is, and that's going to go right to the chief clerk for justice of the peace, Dallas City, Texas. Fact number 17. I, Jack Rabbit Patriot, by trademark, copyright, own the name Jack R. Patriot in the all caps. Facts: Linda Spook's going to be the clerk there. Must prove up the claim and do so under the penalty of perjury against me, Mr. Jack Rabbit Patriot, for immediate cease and desist the proceedings under the color of law against the sovereign in the party, Jack Rabbit, and order the above regarding dismissed with prejudice, as Linda Spooks, DBA Linda Spooks, is in my commercial affairs without a license for doing so. Right. So this is what these people are doing. Trying to jack everybody's freaking estate like that. So when you put documents like this onto the record, it's gonna back them into a corner and pretty much put you in a position to win that case, whatever it may be, like whatever the case is. Fact: Fact number 19. So the penalty for committing a commercial crime is called involuntary bankruptcy with immediate forfeiture of all assets. 20. Fact. Any further correspondence not made under the penalty of perjury will cause a trademark copyright violation. Linda Spooks and will be billed regardless of what her agent chief court clerk is offer. Man, this is tiny. Sends the correspondence. Facts. Linda Spooks has been representing me, or has been assuming she has been representing me, Mr. Jack Rabbit Patriot, in the all lowercase letters, agent of your all capital letter name. The fiction is hereby fired. So you have to fire them, right? Further, affiant shall not. Notice to principals, notice to principals, notice to agents, and notice to agents, and notice to principals. This document was prepared by Jack Rabbit, upper lowercase, executive without United States, all caps, that's the corporation. I declare under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the United States of America and Texas, a republic, that the foregoing is true and correct without prejudice. UCC 1-207, which is now UCC 1-308, has been updated. Then we have Jack Rabbit Patriot agent, sovereign power of attorney in fact with the autograph, right? An autograph is done by a live living man. A signature is done by a dead person. Using a notary on this document does not constitute any adhesion, nor does it alter my status in any manner. The purpose for this notary is verification and identification only, not for entrance into my foreign jurisdiction. A benefit for the pagans and heathens, so they whom I may presume become knowledgeable in the truth of the law of our Holy Father in heaven, so they will no longer be alienated from their true God, Yahweh. All right, so then everything under here you're gonna set up for your notary to get done there, right? So I actually sent something like this somewhat recently, maybe a couple months back, to a courthouse for an issue that I had when I was driving, supposedly without a license and all that bullshit too, right? Because they're always gonna try you. It doesn't matter what you do, and so I sent them this too, and I was like, all future correspondence between us is gonna be under the penalty of perjury. And so I had a fee schedule set and all that, and I was like, you guys are gonna have my check before we even get started here and all that. And I sent them a copy of my fee schedule and all that. I haven't heard shit back from them in like 6 months. So at some point I'm gonna have to swing I'm gonna have to swing down there and have a and I mean, there was a lot more shit in there too, some disrespectful shit that I put in there. Probably shouldn't have, but you know, I'm only human, so I definitely did that. These people do not scare me, and you're gonna see that when you go in there and you start talking to them like you know who you are. They're fucking petrified. The devil fucking runs when you see him. The devil's a fucking lie. I'll tell you that right now. The devil's a fucking lie. So that's what I got for you for now. Until we meet again.